I cracked his head open.
Look at this beautiful bunch, guys. It is time for the Christmas crack review. I'm going to be getting into all the usuals, guys, and I'm going to be comparing it to the OG crack and the Halloween crack. Guys, stay tuned for this one. The taste, the price, the label, the effects, our final verdict coming up right now. Strap in, guys. Let's go. And moving us on into that taste and mixability point. Now, it comes again in another boring flavour. Similar to the Halloween edition, which came in a blue raspberry. This one comes in a boring magic orange. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, I can think of worse flavours. The scoop is a slightly different shape to the Halloween one. That being said, exactly the same weight, coming in at 12.5 grams. Which I can tell you again is just under a flat scoop. So in she goes. How is this one going to compare? Orange, I mean, how fun can orange really get? I would have thought these limited edition flavours, you know, they should be a bit more exciting. Is what it is. Flavour's the least important when it comes to something as hardcore as crack. Mixability, no froth whatsoever. You know, a couple of bubbles. Mixability on the bottom actually looks solid. There's a small, and I do mean a small bit of sediment there. So really good on that front. Actually smells quite nice, like a really, really tangy orange. Let's see. It's strong. Obviously, I've taken this before, guys. I'm going to pretend it's my first time on the camera. It's very strong orange, which is thumbs up. It's more like a tangerine. It's quite sour, like it would be if you was actually eating a natural tangerine. I quite like it. I do like it. Honestly, what would I give it? Because it actually tastes really like a real orange, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. I do like it. It's just a bit boring. But then again, I actually think this is the most fun an orange is going to get. That's the truth behind the matter. Mixes very well. 8.5. Come on, that's a good start. Pricing time. How much is this going to set your budget back? Well, this is an important section, guys. Similar to the crack Halloween, we are going off of the wxnlabs.co.uk site. I cannot emphasize how many people messaged us saying the code does not work, but everyone was going to the .com site. Now our code is only applicable on the .co.uk site. Now that site still does ship worldwide. It depends where you are in the world as to how much that costs. So therefore, we're not going to budget it into this pricing segment. I can say to some countries, it's cheap as chips. And to some countries, it is expensive. Now, I do not at the current moment know of any other retailers that sell this product. So again, we had a lot of messages, so many messages from people. Where can I buy this other than the wxnlabs.co.uk? The answer is we do not know at this current stage. If you know, then drop it in the comments below and we'll pin that to the top, guys. We're not out here to, you know, push people towards .co.uk, WXN Labs. We want you all to get it for the best price. But honestly, at this current time, the only place we know that this code works is wxnlabs.co.uk. Now that that's out of the way, it will come in after using that discount code of RB5 at £40.75 a tub. So yes, you're right, it is more expensive than your average product. You do get a full 25 servings out of it, which is mid-range in what you get from servings from pre-workouts nowadays. We'd have liked to sim 30 servings, but at the same time, we do see a lot of tubs that go down to just 20 servings. For example, the OG crack was only 20 servings. £1.63 per serving drops it down into a 4 out of 10. And it only just gets into that 4 out of 10. It was very nearly that 5 mark. Bear all of that in mind, guys. Like I say, if you know anywhere cheaper, do drop it in the comments below. You know, we really do appreciate that. A 4 out of 10 on our pricing scale. And we move into the label section. What are you getting for your money? Now, for the guys out there who do not currently know, very important to say, these two, they are the exact same label. Now, that doesn't mean always the exact same effects, so do stay tuned for that, but they are the same label on paper. So the Halloween and the Christmas, they are the same. So let's go through it as quick as we can. So we start off with a citrulline malate at 5 grams, which is a little bit lower than we would have liked, but nonetheless gives you those pumps, those nitric oxide boosts for the little bit of pump in the gym. Beta alanine follows at 2 grams. Again, we'd like to send it a bit higher at 3.2 to be very precise for that itchy, tingly effect and for the endurance build up down the line. Agmatine sulfate, a nice gram to work with the citrulline malate to boost the nitric oxide levels up and give you the pumps. We're not here for pumps necessarily, but you know what, we'll take those two together. Alpha GPC at 500 milligrams follows. Responsible for cognition, nootropic benefit, you know, get you in the zone, keep you there, and that's a good dose, and it's a good ingredient. We've always liked Alpha GPC. Next in comes N-acetyl L-tyrosine, again a 500 milligram dose. Would have liked to have seen that probably doubled in truth, but it is going to pair up synergistically with the Alpha GPC there for some focus benefits. We like that. Then we have caffeine anhydrous at a 300 milligram dose, about average for a pre-workout these days. A medium length kick-in time, main stimulant there really, guys. But that is not it when it concerns caffeine, because we've got another 200 milligrams of caffeine citrate. Now, citrate kicks in quicker than anhydrous, so 10 minutes after taking this product, you're going to feel that burst of energy. So we're looking at 500 milligrams of total caffeine here. Now, if you haven't got it by this point, guys, this pre-workout is not for beginners. So if you're a beginner, you're looking for something low stim, just switch off now is my honest recommendation. And moving us on through this label, we start really coming into some of those hardcore hitting things. Aurea Gerensis extract starts us off at 300 milligrams. I repeat that, 300 milligrams, which is a huge dose, guys. It's dubbed a natural form of like a DMHA style ingredient in that it gives you stimulation, it gives you central nervous stimulation, it gives you nootropic aid, it gives you focus, it gives you that dialed in laser-like energy. Really good to see it. We've always liked that ingredient, and 300 milligrams is a big dose. Next up, 2-amino, which is DMHA. Obviously, this is where we get into the grey area of the supplement world. Powerful stimulant. 200 milligrams is a good dose. Yeah, it's going to hit. But you wait right there, because following on is a 1,3-dimethylamine DMAA. Guys, 100 milligrams. So not to be sniffed at by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously now what we're looking at comparing it to the original here is that did have 120 of DMAA, but no DMHA. So this is adding in that as extra there, guys. Powerful stimulation. Obviously that is an ingredient that is banned pretty much everywhere in the world. So use that to your own discretion, guys, if that's something you want to take to further your athletic performance. Hordenine follows, 100 milligrams. Good ingredient for fat burning properties, some stimulation, and some nice mood benefits, mood elevation benefits. Naringenin follows 25 milligrams. Again, it's a bit of a fat burner, a bit of stimulatory properties there. Black pepper for that digestion, 10 milligrams, which is double the normal. Good, because we want to digest all this as quick as we can and as efficiently as we can. And we move into alpha yohimbine, 1 milligram, which is a sweet spot dose. Any more, it starts to come with those negatives, those cold sweats, the jitters, the ill feeling. But at that 1 milligram, you should still get those stimulatory, fat burning, potent effects. So that wraps off the label, guys. Not one to be, you know, happy to take. It's a scary pre-workout. That's the truth behind the matter. I'm worried to take it again for reviews after the Halloween one. The Halloween one was seriously, savagely powerful. But we move on into the effects section. Let's go. And the effects of this product. I'm sure you already know, guys. I am sure you already know the truth behind the Dark Labs pre-workouts. We've got the OG crack here. We've got the Halloween crack. Now, guys, let's move back to this one. A lot of you guys bought this one. A lot of you guys tried this one. We had humongous volume of messages saying just how powerful this one is. This is the same. This is the same. As expected, to be honest with you guys. I know we've said it before, labels are just labels. We was worried a little bit that potentially, because it's got the same label as Crack Halloween, it might not have lived up to the same expectation, the same force, the same reckoning that the Halloween Crack did. But this one did, guys. I was worried to take it. That is the truth of the matter. Stim junkies, beware, because this is powerful. And a lot of you know that. And I really, if you bought the Crack Halloween and you used it, let us know what you thought of it in the comments. I want guys out there who are watching this review right now to see that we're not endorsed by Dark Labs. We're not promoting Dark Labs. We've still got Hero Lean to review that we've not got round to. You know, the calling was for the pre-workouts mainly. And where I'm going with this sentence is, I want you guys to see genuine comments in the comments below, so then you know it's not just us that say it. But this is potent, like probably the most potent pre-workout I've ever taken. In line with the Halloween one, guys. I'm not saying it's different to the Halloween one. I'm not saying it's more powerful than the Halloween one. It's just the same. It's just got a different label. So if you want to collect them, it's pretty cool to collect. This one's pretty much sold out as far as I know. You might be able to get it in a few places. This one is potent. I keep saying it, guys. I cannot emphasize it. I cannot emphasize how much caution I want you to put into using this pre-workout. If you decide to buy it, I honestly, wholeheartedly recommend starting off with just half a scoop, no matter how experienced you are with pre-workouts, and then move on to the full scoop. You know, I couldn't recommend it because it could get us into trouble. So disclaimer right now, we're not endorsing this product, we're not promoting this product, we're not telling you guys to use this product. But from a stimulatory point of view, this one will leave you buzzing for hours. At least the rest of the day. Probably some of the next day too, guys. I took this because I knew the experience from Halloween. I took this one at like 10 a.m. Between like 10 and 11 a.m. Still struggled to sleep that night. Pumps are okay. I've said that in the previous Halloween version. Craig said exactly the same. The pumps are okay. In fact, they're pretty good. And I think the reason behind that is not so much because of the ingredients in there for pump. I think they do okay. But I think it's just because of the amount of sheer force and energy this gives you. It forces you to train like an absolute beast. Therefore, you generate those pumps of your own accord. So therefore, if you're looking for pumps, I think this will give it to you. You're not necessarily here for the pumps, but you get given them anyway. Now, the focus is absolutely illicit. It's dialed in, it's tunnel vision. You almost burn a hole in the weights by looking at them, guys, because you are that dialed in. Superman focus and Superman energy. Energy probably even takes over that focus. It's just a struggle to sit still. The negatives, are probably the no sleep that night. If you take this product, it's something to be cautious of. Taking it too close to bed. Appetite suppression a little bit. I do get a bit of appetite suppression. In terms of the alpha-himbiome, which is a question you guys are probably going to ask, you don't get any of the negatives from that, as the 1 milligram would suggest. You don't get any cold sweats. You don't feel ill on this product. It does feel productive, but it also feels illicit. Like it's too much for training, but from a stim junkie point of view, you are going to enjoy it. And for the power levels it gives you, we give it that 10 out of 10 score, as we did with the Halloween. Now, that's not going to be 10 out of 10 for everyone out there. For beginners, intermediate people who want to take training seriously, people who want to eat 4, 5, 6 meals after training each day, that's where it's probably not going to be 10 out of 10. is if you're looking for the most powerful pre-workouts in existence, then it is going to be that 10 out of 10 for you. If you're a stim junkie and an advanced stim junkie, that is where it does get those 10 out of 10 scores. So honestly guys, use all that information as to what you will. You know what you're looking for. If you're looking for something extreme and the most extreme of the extreme, then this would be something that I would recommend picking up. Not for beginners. Got to keep emphasising that and stay clear. Even half a scoop, I would stay clear as a beginner. So yeah, that is the effects of this Christmas crack. And jingle all the way. A very, very quick wrap off on this final verdict of Christmas crack. Look at that. I like the designs on these tubs. I think they're cool. Limited edition. Get it whilst you can if it's something you desire. So, taste and mixability. Again, it come in a boring flavour, similar to the Halloween version. You know, these limited editions. I thought they'd be more fun. It came in magic orange flavour. But it was actually one of the best orange flavours I've ever had. So therefore I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. It was a bit sour, guys. And it's very strong orange. Very strong indeed. Moving us into the price of the product, using that discount code at that website we specified. I do recommend checking that pricing segment out. It got a 4 out of 10 on our consistent scale. It just missed a 5. So it wasn't extremely expensive. We've definitely seen a lot worse. A lot worse. And the effects of the product, very, very, very similar to the Halloween edition. In fact, the same. It got a 10 out of 10. Same label, same potent effects. Really recommend watching that effects section. It is not for your everyday Joe. It is for the advanced stim junkies out there. And even then, I really recommend using caution. I really do. And guys, if you've used the Halloween one, please drop it in the comments below, your experiences. Let everyone know, you know, as many people warning people out there as possible, the better. And that sums off the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, again, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. The comments really help us out. We're doing our very best to reply to each and every one of you. It does help that there's 2 of us at the channel, so it'll be myself or Craig replying to you. Hope you've enjoyed the review. Hope you had a good Christmas. I'm sorry this came out after Christmas. The product was only just launched to us a few days ago. So yeah, bear all of that in mind. But get it whilst you can. And as always, guys, stay stimmed. And this goes above and beyond that, guys, to be truthful to you.